Welcome to Smart Notebook Software 10. During this presentation, you'll learn what's changed in the Smart Notebook software interface. We'll show you what new object properties are now available. And we'll introduce you to all of the great new tools in Smart Notebook Software 10, like the Magic Pen, the Tables tool, and Object Animation. Once you've downloaded Smart Notebook Software 10, you will have an evaluation copy, which will stop working in 30 days. In order to activate Smart Notebook software, you will require a valid Smart Product serial number. Launch your web browser and go to smarttech.com. From here, select Products and choose Smart Notebook Software. Then click on Upgrade Now. If you're having difficulty locating your product serial number, you will find a link to assist you right here. Once you've found your serial number, enter it here. Choose what type of organization you belong to, and then click Continue. On the next page, you'll need to fill out a short customer information form. We will then send you an email with a product key so that you can activate your copy of Smart Notebook Software 10. Please note that you can use one product key to activate multiple Smart Notebook software licenses. The first time that you open a Smart Notebook file, the Welcome Center will appear on your screen. The first tab on the Welcome Center is your Quick Start tab. From here, you can open an existing notebook file or access the control panel to configure your hardware settings. One of the new features available to you in the Quick Start tab is the ability to change your language settings. Select Change Languages to change the display language of the notebook software interface. Second language teachers will also find it useful to select a handwriting recognition language, which allows Notebook to recognize accents and special characters. To open the Welcome Center, click on the Smartboard icon in the notification area and select Welcome to Notebook. The second tab in the Welcome Center is titled Tools. From here, you can access the Smart Recorder and Smart Video Player. One of the new features of Smart Notebook Software 10 is the ability to lock your smart devices. If your students are using Airliner wireless slates, you can lock them by selecting Lock Airliner Slates Only. To unlock the Airliners, touch on the Unlock icon. Let's open the Welcome Center again. On the same tab, you'll notice that you can lock all smart devices. If you're going to leave your Smartboard interactive whiteboard unattended in the classroom, you might want to lock it. To unlock your Smartboard interactive whiteboard, use your mouse and click on the Unlock icon. The third tab in the Welcome Center is the Teachers Hub, which will lead you to education.smarttech.com. where you'll find valuable resources to help you learn more about using Smart Notebook software and other smart products. The fourth and final tab on the Welcome Center is the Help Support tab, where you can find online support resources or start a live support session. Go to the Help Support tab to activate your software when you receive your product key. If you do not wish to see the Welcome Center every time you launch a Smart Notebook file, uncheck this box and close the Welcome Center. You will not see the Welcome Center the next time you launch a Smart Notebook file. Notice the small gray tab on the left-hand side of the desktop. Touch the arrows on the tab to open up the floating tools. You can also touch on the dotted portion of the tab to move the floating tools around on the desktop. To customize your floating tools, press the bottom button to see a menu with all the available tools. For example, if you use the Area Capture button regularly, you might wish to add it to your floating tools. Simply drag and drop it onto your floating tools. If you wish to remove a tool, touch and drag it off of your tools back into the menu. To return your floating tools to the default settings, click on Restore Defaults. If you prefer your Floating Tools tab on the opposite side of the desktop, drag the tools past the middle of the screen and press the arrows to collapse the floating tools to the right-hand side. If you do not wish to see the Floating Tools tab at all, go to the smartboard icon in the notification area and select Hide Floating Tools. To see the floating tools again, click on the smartboard icon and select Show Floating Tools. When you pick up a pen tool, a large gray border appears around your desktop. This is the digital ink layer. The digital ink layer allows you to write over top of any application. In the top right-hand corner of the digital ink layer, you'll see 3 buttons. The first button allows you to clear your digital ink while leaving the layer in place so that you can write more notes. The second button is the Capture button, which allows you to capture an image of your notes into a Smart Notebook file. If you don't have a notebook file open when you use the Capture button, a new notebook file will be created for you, and the captured image will appear on the first page of this new file. When you've returned all of the pen tools to the pen tray and touch on the digital ink layer, a menu appears. You can choose to always save your notes by default, or to customize your ink layer preferences. You can also choose to close the ink layer, or close the ink layer by touching on the red X in the top right-hand corner. Let's open our new Smart Notebook file and have a look at the image that was just captured. The image is quite large, so let's resize it on the notebook page. You can use the eraser tool to remove unwanted parts from your notes. You can also remove the background image from behind your notes. Select the image that you've captured, and then choose Grouping from the drop-down menu. Select Ungroup. This will remove the digital ink from the background, and you can proceed to delete it, leaving only your notes. If you wish to change your handwritten notes into typed text, do a marquee select by touching and dragging over the notes in a diagonal motion. Then choose Grouping again from the drop-down menu, and this time select Group. You can also recognize your handwriting in a number of different languages, which makes it easy for educators who teach second languages to recognize accents and special characters. If you draw a shape by hand using the pen tool, you can also recognize that shape from the drop-down menu. This allows anybody to create perfect shapes. Notebook Software 10 includes 3 new features to help you quickly create and manage visually appealing pages: page themes, alignment, and grouped pages. A theme is a page style, a template that you can apply to all or some of the pages in a file. To find pre-created themes, open the Gallery tab and choose the Themes folder. Start building your own theme from scratch by opening the Format menu and selecting Create Theme. Choose a name for your theme. Then select a text style for your theme by double-clicking here and choosing a font size and color. You'll probably want to apply a page fill from the Fill Effects section of the Properties tab to your theme. In this case, we'll set the background color to black. You can also incorporate images into your themes. Let's use the Notebook Gallery search engine to find the planets in our solar system and drag them onto our theme. We have a number of images on the page, but we need to align them properly. The alignment feature in Notebook 10 allows you to quickly align objects with the vertical and horizontal center of the page, or align objects in relation to one another. Select Alignment from the Format menu. Choose the alignment guides you wish to use, and a color for the alignment guides. Alignment guides are useful when you're creating a file, but you probably won't want them there when you're presenting. Return to the Format menu and uncheck the boxes to hide the alignment guides. When you are satisfied with your theme, press the Save button. Your new theme will then be added to the Themes folder in the gallery. To apply a theme to the notebook file, click on the theme's thumbnail image in the Themes folder and choose Insert in Notebook from the drop-down menu. You can insert your theme on all of the pages in your notebook file, on all the pages of a current group of pages, or on the current page only. Let's apply our theme to all of the pages in the file. We'll type our lesson title on the first page. Notice that when we add another page to our notebook file, the theme is applied to that new page too. When we type text onto the new page, the text appears in the same font and style that we applied to our theme. Now let's group the pages in our file. Dividing the file into smaller groups of pages will let us quickly navigate to individual parts of our lesson and make our file easier to work with. From the Page Sorter tab, click on the Groups button and select Edit Groups. Then, click on the Add New Group button and name your new group. You can add as many groups as you want. Let's change the name of Group 1 to Introduction. To move pages from one group to another, simply click and drag. You can select more than one page if you want to. To delete a page, select it and choose Delete from the drop-down menu. To exit the Group Edit view and return to your presentation, double-click on the thumbnail image of the page you wish to return to. To navigate to a group of pages, click on the Groups button and select the group you want to see. The new tab below the Attachments tab in the Notebook Software 10 interface is the Properties tab. Open it to change the properties of a page or a selected object. If no object is selected when you open the Properties tab, the tab will show the changeable properties of the page. We'll talk about page recording shortly, but for now, we'll change the page fill. You can fill a page with a solid color, but you can also choose between a number of patterns by selecting Pattern Fill. Or fill your page with an image on your computer by choosing Image Fill and browsing for the picture you want. We want the background of our page to resemble grass, so we'll fill the page with a solid green. If you have an object selected, you'll see more options on the Properties tab, as there are more properties to be modified for an object than for a page. Let's give this road a shimmering effect by changing the fill to a gradient. Wouldn't it be fun if this car moved by itself? The Object Animation feature in Notebook 10 gives you the ability to animate any object on the page. Select the object and click on the Properties tab to open it. Choose Object Animation and pick an animation effect from the first menu. Now choose the direction of the animation and the speed of the effect. We'll make our car fly out to the right slowly. You can also choose what action you want to trigger the animation and how many times you want the animation to repeat. We'll have our car drive away just once when we touch on it. Our lesson involves a multi-step calculation. It would be useful for our students to be able to review the steps we take to perform the calculation. We'll give them that opportunity by recording our calculation using Notebook 10's page recording feature. Click on the Properties tab and choose Page Recording. Click here to start your recording. The software will record all the action on the page, including writing, for future playback directly from the notebook file. Note that you can't use page recording to record sound. Now that we're done solving the equation, let's stop the recording. Our page is blank except for a playback toolbar, which you can use to play, pause, and end the recording. Your recorded page will be blank until you begin playing it. The Notebook Software Gallery now features the Lesson Activity Toolkit, which contains customizable tools and templates that make it easy for you to create engaging, professional-looking interactive lesson activities. Click on the Gallery tab to open the Lesson Activity Toolkit and choose the Pages folder. Here you will find title pages that you can use to begin building your lesson activities. Just double-click on the text and type in your lesson title and learning objectives. You will also find a button in the top left corner that is linked to a page for teachers' notes, where you can fill in the subject, grade level, cross-curricular links, and intended learning outcomes for your lesson. The Lesson Activity Toolkit also features a graphics folder, where you'll find buttons, icons, and other useful things like these pull tabs that you can incorporate into your lesson activities. Insert a pull tab into the work area, and then place it next to the object you wish to pull. Do a marquee select by touching and dragging over both the tab and the object in a diagonal motion, and then group the two together. You can now hide information or answers for your students off to the side of the notebook page. In the Tools folder, you will find many useful Adobe Flash tools that you can incorporate into your interactive lesson activities. You'll find click and reveal tools, question flippers, and random generators that produce vowels, consonants, and images. In this case, we'll insert the random text tool for our activity. Just click on the double arrows in the top left corner and type your text. Then click the Add button. When you are finished, the students simply press the arrow to release the text from the generator. And in this case, they can drag and drop the text into the table below. In the Activities folder, there are 9 different types of customizable Flash activities, including a timeline reveal, keyword match, and category sort. Select the activity that you wish to use and place it in the work area. Then click on the Edit button in the top left corner to begin. Type in your column headings and up to 16 labels. When you are finished, click the OK button, and you will have an activity that your students can participate in at the Smartboard Interactive Whiteboard. You'll also find interactive games in the Lesson Activity Toolkit Games folder. There are customizable crossword puzzles, board games like checkers and chess, and a word guess game. Once again, just click on the Edit button and type in your word. Your students can guess the letters of the word and will score a basket for each correct letter. The Notebook Tent toolbar has several buttons that are new to this version of the software. If you have a smart document camera, you can activate it directly from the Notebook toolbar by clicking here. Activating the smart document camera from Notebook software puts the live image from the document camera onto the Notebook page, where you can write over top of the image or capture it into a notebook file. When using the document camera with a Smartboard Interactive Whiteboard, you have on-screen controls that allow you to zoom in on your object and apply focus to the image. The new Magic Pen has 3 functions. Write or draw with the Magic Pen, and the digital ink fades after a few seconds. Perfect for writing throwaway comments or temporarily drawing attention to parts of your page. Drawing a circle with the Magic Pen activates the Spotlight tool, so you can focus your students' attention on a specific area of the page. Drawing a rectangle launches the Magnifier tool. Use the new Tables tool to create tables and sorting activities for your class. Click the Insert Table button and choose the number of rows and columns that you need. Your new table will appear in the top left-hand corner of the page. If you try and move the table by touching and dragging on it, you will resize the cells rather than moving the table. To move a table, do a marquee select by touching and dragging over the table in a diagonal motion. Now that you've selected the table, you can move it about using the gray square in the table's top left corner. To modify the cells in your table, use a right mouse click and select the cell that you wish to change. For example, you can split a cell into additional rows or columns by using a right mouse click on the cell and choosing Split from the drop-down menu. You can also add cell shades to hide the contents of your cells by once again using a right mouse click, selecting the cell, and choosing Add Cell Shade. You can reveal what's inside the cell by clicking or touching on the cell shade at the Smartboard Interactive Whiteboard. You can also delete cells from your table by selecting them and then using a right mouse click. Choose Delete from the drop-down menu. We'll create a title box for our table by combining these 3 cells together. Select the cells and use a right mouse click to see your options. Now choose Merge Cells. To insert text into a cell, just double-click on the cell and begin typing. The single or dual page display button gives you the ability to easily toggle between viewing a single page of your file and viewing both the current and previous page in your file simultaneously. Using dual page view is an easy way to let your students compare lesson materials and move objects between pages. Use the Shapes pen to create perfect shapes by hand. Click on the Shapes button and draw a closed figure like an oval or a rectangle. The software will turn your drawing into an editable, perfectly proportioned object, the same size as your original drawing. Draw a line and the software corrects your drawing, leaving you with a perfectly straight line. The Shapes pen is a great tool for creating impromptu figures, diagrams, or mind maps. Use the new Paint Bucket tool to quickly add a fill color to objects. Click the button and choose your fill color from the Properties tab. Then touch inside the object that you wish to fill. Our lesson is just about complete, and so is our look at Notebook Software 10. Still have questions? You can learn more about notebook software and Smart's other products by visiting the Training Center at www.smarttech.com. You'll find a range of printable quick references and hands-on practices, information about on-site training, and a listing with dozens of free instructor-led online sessions that we run every week.